Hi, my name is Jeffrey Hernandez, and I worked with Christopher Clement to create the voice-controlled virtual reality application. This video is going to be the user manual for the application, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the desktop Windows build, which has the most complete set of features out of all the platforms that we were able to create. So this is what you would see right when you open up the application. No video was playing, we just have a blank screen here. And you come up to the top right, this is the menu button, and you have player settings and the file browser. So the file browser on Windows looks like this. It starts by opening your logical hard drives. You have a back button. See, if I go in here, if I navigate through various directories, I can go back to the hard drives, and we have the cancel button right here. Um, this is designed so that it only opens up when you go into a directory, it only shows other directories or MP4 files, because this app was designed to play MP4 files. It can play more files that can be extended later on, but just for now, it's MP4 files. So I'll go ahead and I'll navigate to my video folder and open a video so that you can see how that works. And we'll do scuba. So there are various different kinds of VR files, depending on the camera that they were made on. This one right here is a 360-degree top, bottom, or over under style video. You can tell because it has a horizontal line basically, and above and below you have two different video channels. So this is what the player settings are for. With the player settings, you are able to handle any of the VR types that exist. Um, you can set between 360 and 180 degrees. So this one is 360, that's fine, it's set correctly. And it's an over-under style. There's also side-by-side and monoscopic. So if we switch it to over-under, you see that the image is basically fixed. It doesn't have that line in the middle, and it's combined into a single image. Right, okay. Uh, Down here, we also have the player controls. So, it comes with what you would expect. You can pause the video, play the video, you can fast forward. It puts it into 2 times speed. You can kind of tell everything looks a little bit faster. It's not the easiest thing to see, but it's there. You can press play again to put it back into normal speed. Also, I'm clicking here on the screen and just dragging to rotate the camera. You can also rewind the video. It steps back a few seconds, so you can just press it a couple times to rewind further and further. You can also zoom in and zoom out, and you can stop the video. And when you stop it, it's different from pausing in that when you press play, it starts all the way from the beginning. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch it to another video just to change it up a little bit, just to show you that. Give me a moment here. I'll do this one. And you can see if you open a video in the incorrect format, it's still set for 360 over under. You just go up here. This one in particular is 360 monoscopic. These monoscopic videos aren't 3D. They're just flat videos, but here you go. And on the Windows build, we were able to implement voice controls. How that works is there's just a keyword recognizer that's always continuously listening to the user, trying to pick up on some key phrases that we coded in. And if it doesn't hear those key phrases, then it won't execute any of the commands associated with them. But if it does, then it will execute those commands. So for example, if you say play, then it will play the video. If you say pause, it will pause the video. But it doesn't work if you say these keywords or key phrases in the middle of a sentence, right? You have to say them by themselves for it to pick up on that. So if I say, "Oh, I want to pause the video," it won't pause. But if I go like pause, pause, there you go. You see that it works. And then I can say play, pause, rewind, rewind, play, fast forward, zoom, zoom, stop, play. There you go. There's a voice command for every single one of these controls down here. Perhaps in the future there will be more voice commands, maybe to like open a file or change the player settings. Who knows? Who knows? Uh, Before I continue, one thing that I almost forgot to show you was that we also have a scrubber bar down here so that you don't have to rely simply on fast forward and rewind to skip to the parts that you want to watch. You can just click anywhere on this scrubber bar and it'll jump right to where you want to be. And so that was the Windows build. This is the Windows build. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my phone and show the Android build and show how that's different and how that looks. Okay, so here we are on the Android build. This is one of the mobile builds we have. We also have an iOS build, and you can see it's very similar to the desktop build, same UI and everything. If we open up the menu button here, we have the player settings and file browser just as we did before. But when we open up the file browser, you can see that it opens a native Android GUI. Um, this required the use of some native Android plugins and code to get this to work. But here, I'll go ahead and open up this video right here with the thumbnail. And there you go. It's opened up in the proper format. It just happens to be already correctly set for this video. Similar to the desktop build, I'm just tapping and dragging the screen to get it to move. If I wanted to change the settings, I could set it to maybe 180 over under, and you could see it like totally distorts the image. It's not the correct setting, but if we were watching that type of video, this would be the correct setting and you could handle that. So I'll set it back to its proper format, close the menu, and I'll show you that all the player controls work. We can pause it, play, fast forward, press play again to go back to normal speed, rewind, rewind. I can skip around just by tapping anywhere on the scrubber bar. You can zoom in, and you can zoom out, and you can stop the video and play the video from the beginning. And for the mobile builds, we were able to implement virtual reality. So if you go ahead and, tap the goggle icon right here in the top right corner, you get it in two screens. And you can still tap to drag to orient it, and that's good. So you can like set the camera exactly where you want it to be before slipping your phone or your device into a pair of goggles. And then once it's in the goggles, all you have to do is rotate your head. You just move your head and the camera follows right with you. So that's pretty cool. There you go. And that's the mobile build. That's the Android build. I guess that about wraps up the user manual. That's really all that's left. Thank you for watching.